I swear to God, I did not start out today about scrapping or picking up nothing. I had to go to the VA for a doctor's appointment, and I've been wanting a round piece of wood. I want to make a turntable. I got a base for it and everything, but I need the wood. And I spotted, you'll see in the video, I spotted it, but it's a little bit bigger than what I wanted. And I got to looking. At first I thought this cable laying all on the ground there for scrap was aluminum. And when I got down looking at it, it was steel, and it's heavy. I mean, it's some heavy grade steel cable. I estimated about probably, if it was all weighed, be around 100 pounds, which is not a lot, you know what, $4 or $5. But if I'd have had a way to cut that up, I would have got it. Even though I've said numerous occasions, I got to quit scrapping. My daughter don't like me bringing that stuff in. And then I got to looking at some other stuff that was in a dumpster right there and seen a bunch of stuff. At first I was just going to get the nuts and the bolts. And next thing I knew, I was pulling all that crap out of the dumpster. It wasn't a whole lot, probably another 100 pounds, but it was good resale stuff. And I was just going to take the nuts and bolts, and by the time I come to my senses, I done had the stuff in the trunk. Knowing that when I got home with it, I was going to have to sneak it past my daughter. And fortunately, when I got home, she wasn't here. So I backed the truck up, or the car up to the gate, drove it over the gate. And she got to work tonight, so she's in the bed fast asleep now. So I'm going to go through this stuff and show you what I got. You know, them big round discs caught my eye there. I wanted one of them, but it seemed like it's a little bit too big. But then I got to looking. There's a bunch of cable laying here for scrap. And I thought, well, maybe that's aluminum, but that's steel cable. And it's very, that would have to be cut into short pieces. Boy, you'd need a hell of a cutter to cut that. But I'll bet you, looking at what's here, there'd probably be, that stuff's heavy. There's some there and some over here. And then there's the chain link fence laid there. I wonder how Scrap and Pallet Man would pick that. He couldn't pick that up. He'd have to cut it. But you need a hell of a cutter to cut that. And I can just barely see in there. There's some good packing foam. That's good packing foam. And I'm hearing I might as well look. Good Lord. Look at that. Russell, you ain't scrapping no more, son, so why you... Some good steel. What the hell? I'm not scrapping anymore. Why are you getting it? Dang, it's heavy. Holy crap. You know what? Look at this. I might could use that for something. And these things here, what is that? I believe that's aluminum. I'm gonna take that. And I'm taking them. I swear, I hate that I ain't scrapping no more. That joint. Why am I getting this stuff? Am I getting that? I swear. What would them be good for? Russell, there's some good zip ties. Oh, we'll get them. I'll tell you what, these look like stainless steel bolts. I'm getting them. I just don't need to be getting this shit. Yeah, those are stainless steel. I can tell just by looking at them. Okay, getting the zip tie, getting these clamps, they're stainless steel too. Another thing of these are just steel, that's stainless. Nuts and bolts, zip tie, that there. Another stainless steel clamp. More zip ties. Gosh almighty. Damn, I wish I could still scrap. It's just killing me. Look at this good stuff. That's a pound. Pound, pound, pound. Damn. I got to make it my mind. Good packing home. I think that's it. Now, what the hell to do? God dang it. All that washed cable over there, I guarantee you that'd be way over 100 pounds heavy as that stuff is. And then this, them big pieces weigh about 15 pounds. But you know what? I'm not a scrapper anymore. Gosh dang it. Well, shh. Let me turn this car around. I'm gonna load them bolts and stuff up. Well, I'm supposed to not be scrapping anymore, but I'll be damned. This stuff keeps popping up. Oh. Look at that. What the hell is that? That's some kind of slides. I don't need that. But I'll tell you what I do need is that wire. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, I loaded that crap up. Yeah, I did. Now, is that's Tricky Dicky. They done stripped the copper out of that shit. Son of a bitch. Done stripped the copper out of it. Well, they tricked me. I'm gonna go ahead and take that cable there. I'm gonna take that motor. Take that. Oh, shut up, dogs. That looks like garden hose. This is not as good as it looked like it was going to be. Not the best. All I found a bunch of wire. There's the motor. I'm going to take that. I'm going to have to get this stuff inside in my shed without my daughter seeing it. Oh, Lord. take that cable wire. Well, I gotta sit down. Shut up, dog. That little suitcase feels heavy, so I'm gonna look in it. First, I'll get my breath. Let's see what's in that sucker. Well, I don't know if that's collectible or not. I'm gonna take them just in case. You never know about this stuff. You never know. Well, that's going in the thing. Boy, this is so hard. There. Wonder what those for. I don't see nothing else. I'd like to have that milk crate over, but I ain't busted. Oops, I wanted to look at this. Good yard sale. Is that a shirt? What is that? Yes, it is, but it's different. Going in the car. Okay. Oh, there's some stuff I get just for resale. This, I don't know if stuff like this has any value or not. She's got a little purse hanging on her arm there, and she's got a red dot on her forehead, so I'm assuming this is some kind of an Indian from India type deal. I wonder if that'll hold that up. Let me see. Probably not. Standing up there. Then there's a man. Got a tag on it, but I don't know if this stuff's worth anything or not. But I'll bet you if I put it out there on the table at the yard sale, somebody, damn, he looks like he's got the mange. Anyway, ain't no platform for that. Then there's another woman here with a purse, another red dot on her forehead, and this other stuff so of course you seen it. I run up on another pile too when I got off that first pile, and I guess it's got bells on it. I don't know if that's it's like a big band and buckles. I don't know. There's two of them. And these here, pull one out. Actually, this is about an 8-inch bolt. It's a carriage bolt. It's got 2 washers and 3 nuts. And there's 4 of them in there, and I'll bet you, I'll check at Lowe's, but I'll bet you those things are about, with what you got there on each one's about $2 or $3 a piece. And there were several of these. And that's got stainless steel bolts in there. Put these over here. I just got an aluminum can. I couldn't pass that up. There was a handful of these, looked like about a 14-inch zip ties. There's about half a dozen of them. Oh Lord, that stuff's heavy. So here's another one of them. Them's about 15 pounds. They're heavy. There's another zip tie. A bunch of these stainless steel clamps. This looks like somebody's put 2 clamps together to make one big one. But they're worth some money. You know, you put the stuff in your yard sale. Boy, I tell you what, I hope my daughter don't come out here saying this shit. She'll piss and moan about that. And here's some, looks like 1/4-inch steel cable. Which if I was scrappy, I could probably sell that. Another one of these. I plan on taking these apart and getting these stainless steel bolts out of there, because they are stainless steel. I can tell that without even putting a magnet on it. A lot of times I see a scrapper, they'll have to put a magnet to something before they can tell whether it's aluminum or stainless steel. And I ain't saying I'm smarter, but I tell you what, I can when I see a piece of metal, almost certain I can tell you whether it's ferrous or non-ferrous. That, I'm not bragging, it's just what it is. And there's a bunch of these. And it looks like it's to go around a pipe or something. I don't know. But I'm going back to this place when they weren't open today for some reason. I got some of these. These are stainless steel. I don't have to put a magnet and tell that, but that's stainless steel. There's several of them. There is a copper bearing motor in there. I'll bust that out of there and put it with my motors. I'm going to set that on top of that. Here's another one of them. Let me get my pickup. There's that other little dingy-langy. And here, another copper bearing motor. Right there. There's that other pack of, got them 4 long bolts and the 3 nuts and washers on it. Stainless steel, stainless steel, stainless steel, stainless steel. Now, these stainless steel bolts here, I'm going to check the price of them, but I'm going to have them in a yard sale one day. I want $1 a piece for them. So that's what, that's $6 right there. And I think, as is the way these are, I'm going to want 75 cents a piece for them, and that's a bargain. And there's 8 of them. There's 2 of these. They're like, it's steel. There's 2 of them. And then there's a total of 6 of these. Total of 6 of them. Like I said, I'm going back over to that place. Since they're throwing this stuff in there like that, and I seen another flat out behind the fence with the same stuff on it. They may be fixing, there's another one of them. But that's everything. The zip ties, 2 motors, 3 of these, 6 of these, the bolts. Is this to go around the... Can I put that on my wrist and make dingy-langies? I don't know what that is. Sounds like a sleigh going through the snow, don't it? That's worth something. But now I ask you people, I just can't pass that crap up. I don't know what's wrong. The appointment I had this morning was with my clinical psychologist through the VA, and he the only reason I'm going to psychologist, I'm thinking there's something wrong with me because I want to collect junk so much. And we was talking about it. And I told him I got rid of a bunch of stuff yesterday that really killed me to do it. He said, well, the difference between a real dyed-in-the-wool hoarder is a real dyed-in-the-wool hoarder won't get rid of nothing regardless no how. It's got to be an intervention type thing. Well, I'm not like that because I've got rid of a lot of stuff. But I see value in so daggone much stuff. I see value in that. I don't know what for. But I was always thinking I'd love to have me a little odd and end shop somewhere with this oddball stuff in there, because you never, somebody come through there looking for something out of the ordinary, and there it is. Oh, I don't know. And he at first they thought I was suicidal. Well, I don't have a quality of, because of my physical stuff, and sometimes you think, well, boy, I'd be better off dead and all that, but I don't have the option of hurting myself, killing myself, or any of that crap. I don't have that option because I got 4 people that need me, and that's my 3 grandsons and my daughter. So that option's not on the table. They need me. My grandson's concerned about me all the time. My youngest one, you might have seen that video I made about Notes from Heaven, where he went through about a week of, worried about me dying because I was old and worrying about when I was going to die and all that stuff. And I mean, he was really concerned about it and, asking me to drop, if I did die, would I drop Notes from Heaven so that he would know I was all right and stuff like that. And the psychologist told me when a kid his age gets on something like that, to the extreme, means that the child is probably exceptionally intelligent and smart. And he is smart. He's good grades. Matter of fact, he's supposed to go to one of those magnet schools next year when he hits middle school. But he was worried about that, and that brought me to tears. He started crying and all that stuff, and it just, I thought, man, told my daughter, you might have to get him some help. But about a week, and he got over it. And I don't know what my other ones think about me. I guess they love me. And the 2 youngest ones respect me. The older one, people will hear him and don't think he does, but I think deep down he probably does. But he's the one with CP, so he has a disability, and he draws disability. But them psychologists, they like to dig into everything that's going on in your life. He said, how does you and your daughter get along? I said, well, we're pretty combative when it comes to certain things. And he said, like what? And I said, well, like politics. Me and her are on the opposite side of the fence. And it gets pretty heated sometimes if I let it go there. And it gets more heated on her side than it does mine. But he said, well, the good news is there's 100 million other families out there with the same thing. You got opposite sides. And the bad news is You can't do a dang thing about it. It is what it is. Yeah, which is probably right. I just don't, somehow or another, it'll come into play. I'll make a comment about something and she'll get cranked up. But there's my stuff. There, I don't know what in the world I got that. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. That's going it. Anyhow, I guess I need to sneak that. Well, I don't have to sneak it because she's in the bed, but I better get it put. I better get it put up before she sees it. Before she sees my stuff. It's not a lot. It was just 2 stops. FedEx. Wonder what they got. Shut up, Blue. Blue. Shut your face. That man come over here and kick your woodwork out. But, and that one stop I made, at first I thought, man, there's a lot of wire laying there, and I got down there and picked it up, and I thought, damn, that's light. And somebody done split that thing open and got all the copper out of them. That's not the first time that's happened, though. Whew. Anyway, that's my video. And now I need to take a picture.